What's going on, YouTube? This is Lord Zath bringing you another episode of Zath's Replay Theater. In this episode, we are looking at RedSeaBear in his Shinonome. And he is up in a Tier 8 battle. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Shinonome, by the way, is a premium ship that is attainable in a very special way. We have access to a campaign system in World of Warships. And in this campaign system, you can select different tasks and stuff. So this is a ship that's earnable through a campaign called Honorable Service, or you can call it Honorable Service if you want to. But yeah, so it's a fun ship. Let's talk about it real quick. So something special about this ship is the guns. It's got three double turrets. It also has 3 triple torpedo launchers that can reach 8 kilometers. So this is a great example of what's called a hybrid destroyer. It can torpedo, it can gun, and it can do both pretty well. Now keep in mind, this is Tier 6. The other Japanese destroyers at Tier 6 have 10-kilometer torpedoes, whereas obviously the torpedoes on this ship, like I said, are 8. So you lose a little bit of the flexibility that you would normally have. I love the detail, by the way. Look, you can see inside the bridge. Isn't that cool? Let's fly into it for a second. I mean, just put yourself there, you know? It's so cool. Anyway, so like I was saying, you sacrifice a little bit on your torpedo detection, or torpedo range, and its usability in order to essentially have a little bit more flexibility with your guns and your torpedoes. So let's see how this battle turns out. The big thing about the the Shinonome is the rear turrets. There's 2 turrets in the rear and 1 in the front. So this ship is really good for kiting, which means you're shooting at the enemy and your enemy is behind you like this. Okay? You can fire 4 guns while they charge after you. And sometimes you can fire this front gun, although it's a bit of a trap. Let's talk about this battle. Tier 8 battle. Carriers. Aircraft carriers are a big problem for destroyers, especially Japanese destroyers. They spot their torpedoes. They can hover their aircraft over the destroyers. They don't have very strong anti-air. Enemy teams, Magi might be a concern. Probably not. Scharnhorst definitely can be a concern. These 3, no problem. They're just food. Prince Eugen could be a problem. The Atlanta, big problem. It's got radar, and the radar reaches out to 8.5 kilometers. So remember I told you Seabear's torps go to 8 kilometers, right? So yeah, don't go after the Atlanta. Bad idea. Eugen can either have defensive fire or hydroacoustic, so he might detect torpedoes coming. Pensacola, same deal. Molotov, same deal. Farragut could be a strong competitor. Could be a big problem. And Hatsuharu could definitely be a big problem too. Now, pausing the game because this is important. Let's take a look at positioning. Can I pull up? Can I? That's the biggest. Okay. So take a look at the minimap. Standard battle. Hotspot. Standard battle. When I see this, I always tell my team 2 things. This is standard battle, we have to defend our base. And 2, this map, God, this map is a tough one. Because what ends up happening is you get teams that want to push on both sides. And the team that concentrates typically ends up winning. Typically. So what I usually suggest to my team is defend the base first, then push. In other words, you guys over here, get your asses over to the cap. Right? If you can do that and you can defend the base, then kill the ships that come after you like there, stream on in and win. Alright? Now, what Seabear is doing is he is checking the 1-2 line. He's making sure that nobody comes up this way. Very, very important task, because the last thing you want is to have a destroyer, cruiser, or even a battleship flank around unseen, get in the backfield here, and just start wrecking people. So he's doing a good job there. It might be putting him away from the enemy, but again, like I said, I think it's a good idea. I didn't talk about flags. Whoops. CR Mike, speed flag, 5% extra top speed. Hotel Yankee, which is the Commander XP flag. Honestly, I wouldn't run that flag. Standard default camo is 50% bonus XP. It is a ×2 weekend, so yes, you do get a little bit of a bump there for your commander. If you're going to run this, you should be running Eagle Speed Charlie London, you should be running other flags, and you know what, at tier 6, you just don't get a lot of XP. Unless you're bottom tier in a tier 8 game like you are, and you just wreck people, which you might, we'll see. Juliet Charlie, apparently RedSeaBear does not want to explode in this battle. Okay, that's cool. Personally, Juliet Charlie, I keep a stash of about 300 available for clan battles and for ranked. And if I have below that and I'm in random battles, I only use Juliet Charlie if I'm investing a lot of flags. All the, let's say the other XP bonus flags, the special ones, special camouflage, you know, you get the deal. Anyway, so you can see RedSeaBear's team has kind of gone both sides. The enemy team has all agreed that they're going to push. Look at this. So RedSeaBear actually positioned himself in the right spot here. That's kind of cool. Which means these guys are going to loop around or whatever. Okay. Alright, so we have somebody that's trying to communicate, this is the Turpets, with the team and telling them, here's how we're going to win this battle. And it's interesting how he's saying to form up and defend the base, and yet he is as far away from the base as possible. Alright. Typically, you know, there's that phrase, you know, put your money where your mouth is. If you believe in defending the base that much, then you need to do something to defend it. Oh my god, no, 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 no. Not like this. Not like this. See the Atlanta? The Atlanta has just radared him. He's got 8.5 kilometer detection for radar. So now he needs to run, run, run. What's going on in chat? Very good. Yep. They're discussing what's going on. Okay. RedSeaBear kept his cool. He ran. Very smart. And as you can see, he's able to get out of range of the Atlanta's radar. And the only thing is that now the enemy team knows where he is, right? The Scharnhorst is already turning south. Because he's not an idiot. He's not going to push into a destroyer. RedSeaBear being a little line rat scrub there. Now you notice that catapult fighter? You also notice this here. You can hit the P key, P as in print, and you can turn off your secondary battery and or your anti-air. So for destroyers, it's usually a good idea to do that, because otherwise your anti-air guns will start shooting, and that causes problems. And we see a Fuso going down, and what's down there? Molotov is down the other side. RedSeaBear's torpedoes, remember, 8 kilometer. Now, a suggestion for you. If you go back and rewatch that last part real quick, you'll notice that RedSeaBear used his guns, changed the torpedoes, and then changed back to guns again. Now, if that Bayern is using priority target to tell him how many people are targeting him, it will go from nobody to 1 to nobody to 1 again. And that's usually a dead indicator that somebody just fired torpedoes at you. So if you're going to fire torpedoes at somebody, don't switch back to your guns. A lot of people do that. I get into that habit sometimes too. hold off on that. By the way, you notice how he did not fire his last set of torpedoes? He's holding on to them. Possibly for a random destroyer that might show up, because we've only... Well, we've seen both of them and they're in the middle, so probably not for that reason. So why are you saving those torpedoes, Mr. RedSeaBear? Carriers coming in and attacking the Bayern. Nice torpedoes. Had you fired your third set, you might have gotten one or two more. And the carriers attacking the Bayern with an Atlanta right there. That's the stupidest thing that carrier can do. And see, that's why I said you should have just fired your third torpedo, because your torps are already back up and ready to go. Here you are again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't do that. You're telling them... You're basically telegraphing what you're doing. See? And that time you... Oh, yeah, you dumped a third already. Okay. 1 minute till smoke, says Mr. Arm something. Okay, Hatsuhara, 1 minute till smoke. Thanks for telling the team that. Things aren't looking too good right now. Bayern got around him, so he can't really go after Bayern anymore. Scharnhorst is turning away and running at full speed, like he should. Atlanta is kind of around. Warspite is pretty much your only shot right now. Oh, we found a better shot. Oh, and he's got Valentine's Day camo too. Oh, yeah, speed boost, yeah. I would not have fired those torpedoes, man. I know you want to go for this Independence who's sitting still, right? So I would have held that torpedo, and I would have fired all 3 at this Independence, because you want him gone. Out of the game. I'm not sure what you're doing here. I would be going south this way, personally. Nobody else is really threatening you other than that Warspite, who's about to realize that he made mistakes and he's going to turn away from you. There you go. And... Independence, let's see if we can see when he says, oh shit. Nope. Nice job. Sometimes you watch them fire off their engines when they've detected the torpedoes and it's already too late, and all you can do is laugh at him because he didn't pay attention. As an aircraft carrier, you never, ever, 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 ever sit still, unless you're with your team. He felt like he was with his team, but I don't know. That was Tirpitz torpedoed a Hatsuharu. And then the Hatsuharu burned down the Tirpitz. Okay. You're getting dangerously close to that Bayern. You might have let him get in your vision. You're making a hard turn. That means you're gonna bleed off smoke. Oh, you'll be fine. I think your detection's what, 6.2 kilometers? You'll be fine. If you are worried about a ship coming, though, don't go into a hard turn, because a hard turn slows your ship down more than others. And never did. See, if you're a fan of like the Minekaze and the Fujin and the Kamikaze R gameplay, then this is the ship for you, right? Because it's just a tier higher. And torpedoes go 1 kilometer farther, and you have more guns. So it's a very good ship for being that ninja assassin of sneaking up on somebody, dumping your load on them, and just watching them blow up. That being said, it's very high risk reward because a lot of times ships will disappear. Or, excuse me, they will decide to randomly turn. And I don't know about you guys, but when I play Destroyer and I launch torpedoes, you know what happens? Immediately after I launch torpedoes, they freaking turn. And I'll sit there and I'll be watching them for like 45 seconds to a minute, and they're driving straight, right? And then I'll be like, all right, this guy's an idiot. Drop torps. And then as soon as I drop torps, he turns. It's like, are you freaking kidding? So I don't know. I guess Seabear, you just in a sense you got lucky. In a sense though, you're doing a nice job of getting in the backfield there. You stopped the enemy team's push. That's right, folks. Seabear is the reason why they're winning. Alright? It's not the damage. It's not the death strike. It's not that crap. It's the fact that he was there to cause the entire enemy team to freak out and say, well, we can't do this. So, that's the power of the destroyer. Played well, played right, it can do a lot. Now, Seabear, you're not communicating at all with the team, except for right now saying, hey, and I think that you need to be working more on that with using F3 to... I would be using F3 on the Atlanta right now and asking my team, can you guys please just kill this guy? Right? Because he's obviously going to be your threat. And to be quite honest, he's a big threat to the enemy team too. Or to the rest of your team. Mahan, very low health, facing off against Pensacola. This is one of those situations where you look at it and you're like, wow, my teammate will get this. You can't afford to make that kind of assumption. So personally, as soon as that Pensacola got on the cap, I'd be screaming back to the cap. Because, I mean, there's so many more ships on that side. What are you going to accomplish? I mean, you might kill this Warspite, right? But, race you to the bottom as the Fubuki. See, there it is. The Pensacola just killed the Mahan. So there's nobody stopping him now except for the carrier. And it's a Pensacola. It's like, got strong anti-air, man. I mean, you gotta be going back to the cap. Like now. And you're shooting. I assume what you're doing is you're trying to get the attention off of your teammates, which, you know, makes sense. And the Atlanta's feeling good about himself, I suppose. He should be. He just got another kill. Excuse me. Okay, good. Got a fire at least, so, and it's still ticking. And we see that the Pensacola is pretty low health, so you've got a shot here, man, but you got time. You got time. The carrier's doing the right thing. The problem is that New Orleans is probably gonna die. And once he dies, it's just you and the carrier versus an Atlanta. And, yeah. Oh, man. So the Pensacola is probably running defensive fire right now. Those bombers definitely did not get through, right? There's 6 minutes left in the game. Game just got tied up, but you're not getting any points. And the enemy team is definitely getting points. So, you gotta kill this Pensacola, man. You gotta kill him fast. Alright, good job. You realized that the Pensacola is being spotted. So, what he did was he smoked up. And now, he's got free shells on the Pensacola. And look at this. Look at that. He just reset the cap. Beautiful. And this salvo will probably do it. Yep. So immediately he's like turning back south again, but then realized he's about to sail into an island. Alright, so the big question is, can the New Orleans survive against the Atlanta? Alright. So right now, RedSeaBear is probably saying a few choice words about his team and saying, what can I do? What can you do? See, here's the thing. Carrier has really no more planes left. He's going in a terrible direction, right? The carrier should be sending his planes around and attacking the Warspite from down here because the Atlanta's farthest away. See? The Atlanta knows that's what he's doing too. The Atlanta's low enough though where RedSeaBear could possibly duel him. That would be interesting. And see, the carrier just gave up and said fuck it and decided to just torp bomb and whoa, look, nothing happened. So the way that this is gonna be a win for RedSeaBear is if he can torpedo the Warspite. He's gotta have to do this very carefully because he's only gonna get one quick shot before the radar comes up. So again, if he's got priority target, you are telegraphing your movements and intentions by doing this right now, by going back onto him. Got the tension, you can just cut it with a knife, man. Are you gonna get it? I almost want to fast forward and find out. It's one thing I hate about playing Japanese destroyers is all you can do is torpedo things and wait. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do in the meantime? Make a sandwich? The Warspite is just taking forever to make a decision what he wants to do. And you got him with one. Nothing else. You got a flood though. So here's the deal. Time to open up with guns. Get him on fire maybe and take him down. You really don't have the luxury of... Well, you can get one more salvo in on him before that Atlanta radars you. If he's probably radaring right now. So, and I'm sure the Atlanta is screaming at his teammate and telling him, dude, stop, turn, do other things. That's what I'd be, I mean, I'm pretty sure what a lot of people would be doing right now, because this Warspite's going to lose it for that team. And that Atlanta's probably so pissed because he's tried so hard and he's done so much for the team to just end up having it taken away from him. And what do you know? Those bombers did nothing because the Atlantis has defensive fire. Grr. And goodbye, Warspite. And just like that, RedSeaBear has won the game. Now, RedSeaBear is also not an idiot. He's recognized he's won. There's 2 minutes left. And look at that, he's communicating in here, saying, that's it. And you can see the Atlanta's a little on the salty side of things because he just lost it. And he did everything he could. Right? RedSeaBear. The Atlanta did everything he could. And it wasn't enough. Because that freaking Warspite. Seriously. Alright, back up in your minds. Because we got time. We got a minute and a half to talk. If you're that Warspite, and you see those torps coming you the first time, you turn the frick away. You're winning. Just head south. Let the Atlanta deal with it. See? This is what happened. The Queen Elizabeth, actually, it was a Warspite, I think. The Warspite said, I want to kill. And he tried to push into RedSeaBear. You never, in a battleship, you never push into a destroyer unless you're like a Bismarck or Freddy or Kurfürst and you've got Hydro. Or you've got a ton of planes circling around or something like that. I mean, it's just stupid to charge a destroyer. You're just making it easier for him to do the damage. So, it is what it is. I want to point out, too, look back up here. RedSeaBear is communicating with his team. Shino, go and try Souther Cat 07. Salute. So he's basically saying yes. So, he is communicating with his team. I'd like to see him do it more, though. And I think doing that does a couple of things, alright? So one is it helps the team kind of know what you're doing. more importantly, you're giving the team the confidence that you know what the frick you're doing. Right? When you said, and I just sail away, you're telling the team that you're not going to go for that Kraken, which I know that you really want. Right? Instead, you're saying, I'm going to survive and I'm going to win this for the team, which is awesome. So, hats off to you, RedSeaBear. Nice job. Everybody else, thanks for watching. And please continue sending me replays. I'd love to be able to showcase more. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.